What's going on, guys? This is Real Deal Fantasy HQ with your boy LQ back in for another great episode. Again, sorry if I'm a little congested. Allergies are kicking my ass right now. No, it's not Corona. I am Corona-free, people. I'm washing my hands and staying away from these hoes. So we got Michael Gallup today for his fantasy outlook for the 2020 season. Now, is he the guy to own in Dallas? Where are we drafting? What are expectations of him? I have high hopes for him going into this next season. So I'm a full send on Gallup. He will be seeing my roster to bring home the gold, people. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the episode. So we got Michael Gallup today for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, he finished the season with 146 fantasy points. Not too wowing, not too crazy, but he did his damn thing, people. So he had 112 targets. He had 66 receptions, 6 touchdowns, and 1,107 yards, people. So he broke that 1K finally that we knew he could do. It's just a matter of him staying healthy. Now, of those 112 targets, those were 92 catchable balls, which brings him to a true catch rate of 82%, people. So I do like that stat for Gallup going to this next season with him and Dak building that chemistry. So high hopes are for him going into this draft. And I do think there's very little risk, but there's a high reward of taking him in a proper place in the draft. So plain and simple, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it loud, people. Michael Gallup is the guy to own in Dallas, people. It's not Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper lacks that drive. It's a question if he even really loves football, if it's just for the bag. You know, that question is there. He's only running route trees from 7 to 9. That's where he really puts his effort. He just lacks consistency, people. And I do not like taking him in the 4th or 3rd round where people are saying that he's sitting where you should go grab Amari Cooper. Hell no, people. I'm good, people. So listen to this crazy stat about Michael Gallup where I think he is the guy to own for the simple fact he only had 6 less targets than Amari Cooper, people, and he only had 2 games out. So it's like, how does that even happen? So that's a good stat of knowing that Dak is looking for Gallup, that he's actually looking elsewhere other than Amari Cooper, who's going to be bringing the attraction of the number 1 corner of the opposite team or being double coverage even. So it's like anything underneath, Cooper doesn't put his effort in. He doesn't have his head looking around looking for the ball. He doesn't show much effort every single game. I'm not going to say he never does it, but it's like big games. It's like you really want something that stands out, that stud dynamic about, you know, that killer instinct in Amari Cooper. And it's not like they're actually seeing it out of him. But Gallup is week to week with a chip on his shoulder, trying to make the plays, and he's just more hungrier than Amari Cooper. You can just tell. So it's not even money motivated with Michael Gallup. It's just a pure love of football, of him wanting to grind and be the best receiver on that field. So, yeah, there's a moment where, you know, he lacks some clutchness. What comes to mind is probably that Eagles game in the end zone where Gallup should have caught that ball. But let's be honest, where the hell was Amari Cooper? Why was he on the sideline? Like, if you watch that ESPN interview with Rex Ryan calling him a turd, he brings up a point like, why wasn't Amari on the field? Why wouldn't you be begging your coach to get back on the field on that 4th down? And it's like, dude, what the hell? You're supposed to be our number 1 wide receiver. You're supposed to be the big $100 million wide receiver that, you know, we went out and got. And it's like, damn, why weren't you on the field? So that bothers me a little bit. You know, you could kind of see it out of Cooper. He's not putting his full effort, you know, week to week, game to game, every single down. So Michael Gallup is the guy to own for the simple fact he's hungrier. Him and Dak are building that chemistry. And like I said, with that crazy stat, only 6 less targets and 2 games less played than Amari Cooper, something's fishy there. So if he actually had those 2 games, if he played the full season and didn't suffer injury, I'm pretty sure he would have more targets than Amari Cooper. So that's something to be, you know, conscious about going to draft day. I don't want my wide receiver 1 investment into Amari Cooper, and then the wide receiver 2 has only 6 less targets. The hell is that? But it's good that Dak is spreading the ball around. It's his first season with 2 1,000-yard wide receivers, people. So big ups to Dak. And they're on a very explosive offense with Zeke back there as well. So it's like I do want the wide receiver 2 on one of the best offenses in the NFL, people. So that's a full send. I'm fully sold on Gallup just off of the strength of that. So Gallup right now in ADP right now, it's a bit early, but it may change. But his ADP right now is in the 6th round, which isn't terrible, but you got Amari Cooper going in the 4th. So week to week, confidently, I'm going to be sold on Gallup being my flex or my low end wide receiver 2. So I don't want people going out and investing in Amari Cooper to be their wide receiver 1 after they just did a heavy running back strategy going running back. And then it's like your wide receiver 1, you're depending on Amari Cooper to be the guy, which, I'm not really too sold on. He hasn't shown me elite numbers week to week. He hasn't put up anything like a Julio Jones, a Michael Thomas, a D-Hop, or a Devontae Adams. Like, he's still trying to find his way of like where he fits in these rankings. It's like, I just don't want the headache. I want no parts of Amari Cooper at all, week to week. Like, I remember in my big draft league, somebody took him in the 1st round, like late 1st round. Like, what? Like, that's insane. I think that was like a panic pick or whatever, or it was like early 2nd round or whatever the case may be. That's still too high for Amari Cooper going even on Dallas, even with Dak. So I think the safer bet if you're going to draft the Dallas Cowboy fantasy player will be Michael Gallup. Obviously, if Zeke's gone, he should be gone, obviously. But Michael Gallup would be the guy to own in Dallas. I'll be more comfortable with him sitting at my flex, putting up 13, 14, 15 points a week. I can dig that. He contributing to my, my road and my journey to bring home the gold, people. So I'm all for Michael Gallup going to this next season. Even with Dak not getting paid, I don't think that's a distraction. I think Dak is still going to bowl out regardless of his contract situation. Dak will remain a Dallas Cowboy, I think, for the remainder of his year. He's a Jerry boy. He loves Dallas. So I do not see him going anywhere or even this being a distraction going to the next season. So overall, Michael Gallup is a low-end wide receiver 2 with some high upside, some potential to put up that solid high-end wide receiver 2 going into that low-end wide receiver 1 range. So he's definitely a guy to own. He's definitely a guy that I'm looking forward to having on my roster and contributes to my team to where I can get him in the later rounds, like the 5th and 6th round, where he should be falling. So I do want to say draft with caution if you are going to be the Amari Cooper guy. I just don't see myself doing it come draft day. Maybe he's your type. Maybe he's your guy. It is what it is. Just don't have that expectation that Amari Cooper will lead you to the championship, to the playoffs, and be week-to-week champion. It's not something that I see happening for Amari Cooper, and it sucks, because he's one of those guys you want to see make it and see win, but I just don't see it happening to be on my fantasy roster come week to week. So that's all I got for you guys today. I want to thank you guys for coming onto the channel, liking and subscribing for me. Leave a comment below on what you guys think about the episode and what you guys think about Amari Cooper or Michael Gallup. Who you guys take in draft day? So I'll see you guys next week for another great episode of Real Deal Fantasy HQ with your boy LQ. Peace.